Right, hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Kembali lagi dengan gue, Citra Ayu, designer dan juga content creator dari Craftopia ID. Video kali ini adalah video pertama kali yang gue upload setelah 1 tahun vakum. Gak upload video di channel ini semenjak kepindahan gue ke Adelaide, Australia di bulan Juni 2022, yaitu tahun lalu, tepat di hari ulang tahun gue yang ke-32 tahun. So, I left my comfortable life in Bali and in Indonesia to start over again in a new country that is totally much more expensive and everything is totally different. And how has life been? Like has it been as easy as I thought it's gonna be, or has it been much more difficult? Was it worth it to leave a comfortable life in Indonesia to start again at the age of 32? Well, that's why I'm making this life update video, because many things have happened. Well, mungkin many of you ask, who the hell am I and why should you care about my life update whatsoever? Well, the answer is I'm just very ordinary person with an ordinary family background, with an ordinary brain capacity and skills, with an ordinary look whatsoever. So because of my biasa-biasa aja itu, mungkin banyak yang relate with me, dan karena faktor kebiasa-biasaan aja gue itu, maka life gue di sini juga lebih nyata untuk didengar. So, gue harap video gue ini bisa membantu orang-orang yang mungkin pingin start over again di a new country, di umur yang gak muda lagi, dan I'm giving you a realistic point of view. At least that's what happened in my life. Well, without further ado, let's just get started with the first major big change, big thing that happened in my life semenjak gue pindah ke Australia, yang mana it affect a lot of aspects in my life. For example, my study, my work, my income, my happiness, my work balance, my sleep, my relationship with my family, my sanity, just everything. Dan gue bukan tipe orang yang biasanya regret dengan apa yang pernah terjadi. But this time, kalau aja gue bisa ulang kembali lagi saat gue berpindah ke Australia, I wouldn't do these things, Well, maybe kalian bertanya, apa itu? Well, I did a mistake about relationship where I stepped into a serious relationship too early, too quickly, when I just knew the person, and also I just moved to a totally new country with everything new. I'm still adjusting to even the weather. I still didn't know how my life would be. Then I was fooled by my own idea of, oh, maybe this is the one. I mean, in my defense, I lost my fiance 2 years prior meeting this new relationship. So waktu gue di Bali, I spent my 2 years after my fiance passed away. My dating life in Bali at that time was actually okay. I met a lot of good people, but my heart was just not there. And I was like, kenapa gitu? Apa mungkin udah gak berfungsi lagi segala macem? Or maybe it's just Bali because this place is chaotic. Maybe I'm just in the wrong place. So when I finally moved to Australia and I met someone that I thought could be the one, I got misled by my own thoughts. Kesalahan gue adalah I hold on too long for something that I should have let go for a long time ago. Karena gue merasa mungkin maybe he's the one, so I kept trying, and then I just I just wasted my time. That became toxic. It doesn't mean that he intended to be toxic, or it doesn't mean that I intended to be toxic, but it just became toxic, and it affected many things, when one thing and another starting to fall from my life, I felt like, when I'm good at anymore, like I questioned my ability. It messed up with my life a lot, and until now I'm still getting the effect of that simple decision in my life. So guys, be careful when you just move to a new country. Learn it from me. Don't give your 100% to anyone. You know, just enjoy the life, enjoy this country. Because of that, it affected my study. So the other thing that happened with my study, well, there are two different things that happened. First is my change of majors. Jadi gue udah mengalami 2 kali change of courses. Pertama kali waktu gue mendaftar student visa ke Australia dan visa gue granted, yaitu gue mendaftar untuk belajar baking, patisserie. Dan ternyata setelah dijalanin selama 1 bulan, gue menyadari bahwa I got unrealistic views of like what study will be like and what my life will be like in Australia. Jadi gue berpikir waktu di Indonesia, ngapain gue belajar desain, because I'm a designer. Kalau misalnya gue belajar desain lagi untuk apa, toh gue udah tahu dan gue juga udah kerja gitu kan. Jadi gue memilih untuk mempelajari sesuatu yang baru biar gimana gitu. Ternyata pada kenyataannya gue harus belajar itu 5 hari di TAFE dalam seminggu, dan it's physically demanding. Like in the end gue KO, dan itu mempengaruhi kemampuan gue untuk menghasilkan duit. Ya iyalah, kalau misalnya semua waktu gue dipakai untuk belajar gitu kan, ya gue kapan ngasilin duitnya gitu kan. And in the end, working in baking industry for me itu financially not worth as much as if I'm working in technology. Jadi ya menurut gue, lebih baik gue cut loss. Gue cut loss setelah 1 bulan gue belajar patisserie di TAFE. Udah gitu gue quit, unfortunately at that time, karena gue udah late enrollment jatuhnya, karena gue quitnya gitu kan. Jadi nggak ada lagi kelas yang buka. Jadi ya option gue limited to learning English. Kayak, well, I don't really need to learn English in Australia because maybe my English is not perfect, but I can communicate very well. Jangan salah, banyak banget international students di Australia yang bahasa Inggrisnya tuh juga jauh di bawah rata-rata gitu kan ya. Bukan hanya dari Indonesia doang, dari negara-negara lain juga banyak gitu kan ya. Dan itu yang mempengaruhi banyak orang susah dapat kerja gitu kan. Dan sebenarnya itu bukan salah mereka juga ya, kadang-kadang itu juga salah pemerintah Australianya juga. Udah tahu bahasa Inggrisnya tuh nggak mencukupi gitu, tapi karena well, international students give a lot of money for the government. So yeah, that's how the chaos began. But yeah, so gue belajar bahasa Inggris untuk 12 minggu. So it means that I wasted money, but that's because of my mistake, right? And then after that, by the beginning of this year, di bulan January or February, itu gue baru mulai studi gue ke graphic design, karena gue kayak, okay, now I get a realistic view of my life in Australia, and gue kayak, ya udah, gue nggak peduli lagi deh namanya mencari ilmu what the fuck gitu kan ya. Gue cuma pingin everything that's easy, apalagi gue was dealing with the toxic relationship situation, so I just wanted something that's easy and predictable. Unfortunately, my relationship thing, it didn't end up straight away. It was going on for quite a long time. I think about 9 to 10 months, and it affected my study. So the second major change that happened to my study adalah status gue saat ini, yang mana gue, with everything that going on and everything that affected me not only mentally but also financially, many things, like, you know, like I've experienced losing a partner to death, and I've experienced being in an unhealthy relationship. I could say that even being left by my fiance because of death didn't traumatize me from relationship, but being in unhealthy relationship, it does traumatize me. So until now, gue berpikir kayak stay away untuk yang namanya. So I've been gak sama siapa-siapa gitu. udah berapa lama ya, I just want to take time for myself. Dan ya lanjut lagi ke the change that happened, yaitu status studi gue yang mana gue taking a break. Mungkin kalian bingung kan ya, loh kok bisa student visa take a break lebih dari 1 bulan, karena biasanya student visa holder itu hanya bisa libur, ambil cuti selama satu bulan gitu paling lama. Ternyata if your situation is really bad, like as bad as mine, sekolah itu ngasih kita kerenggangan gitu kan ya. Gua harap ya saat itu gua berani untuk speak up lebih cepat gitu sebelum everything got really worse. I dealt with that by myself, and in the end it hit me too much. Dan ketika itu sudah buruk, and finally like I was very ashamed to talk to the school to tell of what happened, and fortunately they are very accommodating, dan mereka bilang yeah, you take a break as long as you need. So because of that, saat ini gue walaupun sedang dalam student visa, tapi gue bebas untuk work unlimited hours because of my deferral status. Jadi in a way it works to my favor, yang mana well gue jadinya telat lulus ya gitu. Tapi kalau gue lihat dengan kacamata yang lain, dan gue melihat deferral status ini sebagai ya gue bisa kerja unlimited gitu, dan gimana duit itu penting gitu kan, kayak yang bilang duit itu nggak penting bohong banget deh. It affect your mental health, I mean like your ability to take time. You cannot afford to take time because you don't have money. So if you have money, then you have that luxury. So right now gue itu cuma fokus untuk getting my life together again. Another thing that changed in my life adalah masalah pekerjaan. So sebelum gue pindah ke Australia, mungkin buat yang pernah lihat video-video gue sebelumnya juga, kalau gue adalah seorang freelancer, I'm a freelance web designer, and I've been working freelance and working online for years before people even started to work online because of the pandemic. So gue pindah ke Australia dengan skill gue sebagai seorang freelancer. Ada 2 perubahan yang terjadi tentang aspek pekerjaan dalam hidup gue. Yang pertama adalah gue berubah dari freelance menjadi working in a team. Itu semua karena stres yang menumpuk saat itu, pilih untuk mulai apply pekerjaan di Australia. So status pekerjaan gue sekarang, gue masih taking very little bit of freelance things, but since March 2023 itu gue udah mulai kerja di Australia, dan karena status visa gue, jadi gue bisa kerja unlimited. Tadinya gue berharap untuk cuma dapat kerjaan kayak di hospitality atau di retail gitu kan, yang penting tuh gue pulang ke rumah itu nggak mikirin tentang kerjaan lagi gitu kan, gue mau pekerjaan yang physical aja gitu. Tapi gue nggak ngedapetin itu gitu loh. Setelah gue coba, mungkin karena saingannya banyak gitu kan ya, jadi ya udah deh gue stop applying for retail jobs, dan akhirnya gue lebih realistik aja untuk ngelamar pekerjaan yang berhubungan dengan kemampuan freelance gue, yang mana itu di web design, content creation, social media management, marketing, digital marketing, video editing, things like that. So I started applying for work in those field, dan ternyata semua yang gue apply yang sifatnya part time, because karena ya walaupun gue bisa kerja unlimited, tapi kan hanya untuk specific period of time gitu kan ya, jadi gue nggak bisa mencari pekerjaan yang full time. Nah, untuk pekerjaan di daerah digital marketing dan juga graphic design, itu gue pasti selalu dapat respons untungnya. Dan gue sudah mulai bekerja berapa bulan gitu kan ya, dari bulan March 2023 di kantor, gue kerja kantoran, dan juga gue punya kerjaan weekend, yang mana itu kerjaannya tuh unik banget, yang mana gue menjadi seorang paint and sip host. Jadi paint menggambar and sip drinking, so jadi it's a paint and sip studio, tapi itu lebih ke party gimana gitu, dan itu every weekend. It's a very fun job kalau dari masalah kalau dari masalah kerjaan, kalau dari masalah hidup in general, gimana ya, kalau bisa dibilang walaupun gue udah 1 tahun di sini, tapi gue masih ngerasa bahwa yang majority of that first year was just wasted, you know, like I didn't feel like I was in Australia, karena even I questioned whose life that I'm living at that time, you know, like because it was just not me. The effect of everything is still going on until now. Maybe you think that, oh, it happened in the past. Yes, it happened in the past, but the effect is still going until now. I'm still dealing with the consequence, financially, mentally, and everything, but I'm starting to get my life back on track, and I'm on the right pathway to it. Jadi dengan pekerjaan gue yang sekarang dan juga meeting people, I finally have social life. I finally have the time to record this video. So yeah, that's life. And sometimes people question me like, why don't you just go back to Bali? Why don't you just go back to Indonesia, where everything was easy and already predictable for me, and I already reached that point in my life in Bali. And I was like, yeah, it's just too easy, and it's too early. Gimana ya, in the end I have many reasons why I moved to Australia, and I've already made a video about that. It is hard, but because of that mistake, if it didn't happen, Australian life is harder, of course, it's much more expensive, everything is different, but I think kalau aja gue nggak melakukan kesalahan itu, it wouldn't have been as hard as what it had been. But that's alright, yeah, that's how we learn. Fokus gue saat ini adalah still to try to get my life back, and I believe in my future in Australia. Bahkan dalam keadaan yang seperti ini pun, I still manage, you know, like I'm still here. Well, intinya gitu deh. Semoga aja videonya nggak kepanjangan. Well, kalaupun iya, ya udahlah ya. Jadi gitu aja my life updates in Australia. Gue harap bisa lebih intens untuk upload videonya, karena banyak banget yang mau gue share, banyak banget yang ngebuka pemikiran gue semenjak gue pindah ke Australia ini, bahwa apapun yang gue tonton dengan majoritas di YouTube Indonesia tentang hidup di Australia, I couldn't relate to them because everyone's life is different, everyone's skills is different. Contohnya juga jenis pekerjaan yang gue dapat juga mungkin berbeda gitu kan, dan cara gue menghabiskan hari-hari gue di sini juga berbeda. Dan I want to share with you guys, karena gue tahu pasti ada orang yang bakatnya atau kesukaannya seperti gue gitu. So stay tuned on my channel and see you guys in my next video. Bye!